Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me. If you want to see how I become a total catfish for date night, just keep watching. So my skin is already moisturized. I'm going to go ahead and prime now. I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This primer is quite expensive for a primer, but it literally makes everything lay on my skin like butter, and it has such a silky feel to it. I'm pretty much like an oily skin person, but it definitely keeps my makeup intact. So now I'm going to start on my brows. Right now I'm just brushing all the hairs in place, and next I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in Caramel. This is to lighten my brow hairs because I'm going to actually shape my brows with a lighter brow product. So now to fill in and shape out my brow, I'm going to use the NYX Brow Gel. This color is chocolate. My brows are quite thin, so I do like to shape them out a bit thicker. I like using the gel for that purpose. This gel is also waterproof, therefore it's going to adhere to my skin better and stay in place all day. Typically I don't like a very heavy brow. I don't like them to look too boxy at the beginning, so I take just little light hair strokes at the front using my brush basically like in an upside down position, and then I brush it out just to blend everything in. And once I have them all filled in and shaped, I take a little bit more of my brow gel just to set it and add a little more dimension with that color. To clean under my arch, I'm going to use the Moira Mega Concealer. I found this concealer at my local beauty supply store. I had never heard of this brand, but I was playing with their testers, and this is some amazing coverage. It has a nice texture, and I felt like it would be perfect for under my brows and for highlighting also. So to finish shaping out my brow, I'm going to use my foundation. I'm using the Makiage Evoca Up Like This foundation. I prefer to use foundation above my brow simply because it just looks better. I feel like when I use something too light on the top, it makes my brows look like they're just floating on my forehead. I'm also going to use the foundation at the beginning of my brows. I feel like it gives it a much more natural appearance. It looks way more blended once I'm finished, and it just creates a little more dimension. So now I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out. To blend out my concealer, I always use a fluffy concealer brush. This is the Sephora Airbrush Concealer Brush number 57 that I'm using. It just creates a seamless blend. It's the perfect size, and it just makes the product look so smooth. So now I'm going to prime my eyelids with my same foundation that I used above my brow. going to be using the Riviera palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The first color I'm going to use is Estée, and I'm just going to pat that all over my lid. Now I'm going to take Sable and I'm going to pat that across my brow bone. I have a pretty large brow bone area, but I still love to have a super highlighted brow bone area, so I don't mind the shade being super light. I'm going to be using Cabana as a transition shade. I know I did this kind of backwards, but it's still going to all blend out very seamlessly. As long as you choose the right colors and put them in the right places, use the proper brushes, it really doesn't matter how you place your colors. I'm going to take Palm and I'm going to place that at the outer V of my eye. This will give my eyes a lot more definition. I have a very hooded eye. I have a lot of space between my brow bone and my lid area, so I definitely need a deeper shade to add that dimension. I always blend my eyeshadow back and forth, looking straight ahead. I love to check for symmetry. And then I'm going to go back in with that fluffier blending brush and I want to blend out the edges, make sure there's no lines. I'm going to clean up my lid a little bit more and add a little more pop of color with Estée. Since I wanted my lid to be a little bit brighter, I'm going to take Sable and I'm just going to place that a little bit over Estée and blend it out over my entire eyelid. I've applied my Il Makiage foundation off camera and now I'm going to highlight with the Moira Mega Concealer. This concealer, like I said before, has amazing coverage. It's definitely a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I actually like it a little bit more than the Tarte Shape Tape, to be honest. I'm going to blend out my concealer with my sponge from the Beauty Bakery. This sponge is similar to Beauty Blender. It's a little bit more dense. I like the density of it better. I feel like I get a better blend. And also this concealer, I am actually in love with it. It's full coverage, it's waterproof, it has more of a matte finish, and I love a matte finish concealer. To contour my face, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. I use the shade F14. Usually I hate cream contour, but ever since I've been using this stick, my makeup has just really gone to another level as far as my contour. These foundation sticks are super blendable. The coloring of them is perfect. And if you're not using this to contour with, you definitely need to go to your local Ulta or wherever you get it from and try it out. I'm going to blend out my contour with a kabuki style foundation brush. I prefer a brush simply because I get better control. I feel like whenever I use a sponge for my contour area, I just blend it all out way too much and I just create a mess with it. So right here, I'm just kind of smudging out that eyeshadow that came from somewhere. I don't know how that ended up on my lip. It looked like a bruise, but it's really just like purple or blue eyeshadow. Not sure how I did that. After everything is blended, I like to set under my eyes with the Ben Nye Banana Powder. This powder is talc based, so if you're sensitive to talc or if you have very dry skin, you might want to avoid this one. Talc is pretty much made to absorb moisture. That's why it sets the product so good, and I'm oily, so that's probably why I love it. I also like this yellowy golden shade. It just gives just way more brightness. To set the rest of my face, I'm using the Ben Nye Luxury Powder in the shade Camel. Once again, I love this just because it's talc based. My skin is oily and I really like powders that lock and set everything in and absorb all that excess moisture. To dust off that remaining banana powder, I'm using the YSL Touche Eclat highlighting and finishing powder. I absolutely love this powder. It gives a really soft glow. It doesn't have a lot of shimmer to it, it just has a satiny glow to it. To finish up my contour, I'm going to use the Anastasia contour kit. This is the Tan to Deep kit, and I'm just going to use this to go over all of my contour areas. Just going to add some more dimension, make sure everything is blended. To snatch my nose a little bit more, I'm using a fluffy eyeshadow brush just to go along the sides, underneath it, and to just blend it out more. I'm also using that same brush to blend a little bit of that contour shade underneath my eyes. I'm placing the contour shade underneath my eyes just to create some more dimension there. And once I finish my eyeshadow and place a darker eyeshadow there, it's going to look way more blended. I'm also going to contour my Cupid's bow. I love for my lips to look pouty, so I definitely like to contour that Cupid's bow area. Now I'm going to bronze out my entire face with my L'Oreal True Match powder. This is just a deeper cool shade. I feel like it blends out my contour much better. It adds some warmth to my skin and just makes my complexion look way more natural. So now I'm taking my Morphe sponge and that Ben Nye banana powder, and I'm basically carving underneath my contour just to clean it up and give it a nice clean sharp appearance. And I'm going to take a fluffy powder brush and just buff it all out. going to add a little color to my cheeks with the NYX Double Dare High Definition Blush. I'm loving this corally orange shade. It's very pretty. I'm going to go back to my Anastasia contour kit. I'm going to take this really light highlight shade, and I'm just going to go underneath my eyes, along my cheekbone, and just give more of a seamless blend into my blush and my under eye area. This is also going to give it a nice soft glow. I'm also going to add that same shade to the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin area. I'm also going to place it at my Cupid's bow. I'm going to begin finishing up my eyes using the Marc Jacobs eyeliner. This is the color Blaquer. This is a retractable gel eyeliner pencil. And since I'm going to be smudging it some, I'm not really worried about making a crisp, clean line. I want that line a little bit thicker. And now I'm going to take a small shader brush and just kind of go back and forth across it to blend it out. The lashes I'm wearing are by La Flare Professional. I picked them up at my local beauty supply store. They're about $3 and they're really some beautiful, good quality lashes. These are faux mink. To cover the lash line and the lash glue and to add much more depth to my lash line, I'm going to take some black eyeshadow from my Anastasia Prism palette, and I'm just going to press that all across my lash line. I'm also taking that same black shade and I'm going to use it at my bottom lash line, only at the outer corner. I'm going to take that same fluffier brush from my nose contour and use it to blend out the color at the corner of my eye. I'm going to be using my NYX retractable eyeliner in the color Aqua Green at my waterline and my bottom lash line. I love this color. I feel like it's perfect for summer. I wanted to intensify that aqua green a little bit more, so I'm taking this kind of turquoise color from the Riviera palette and just stamping it over the eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and set my face now. I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm going to go ahead now and add in some serious glow to my face. I'm using the Juvia's Place highlighter. This is the Tribe Volume 2. I really love this highlighter. It's so pretty. It has the perfect gold shade to it. I'm also adding it to my brow bone. I'm going to add it at the inner corner of my eye and bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow. I love to add my highlighter after setting spray because it just looks way more intensified, it sticks better, and that glow just really pops after pressing it into your skin after your setting spray. I'm not a big fan of streaky highlighters, so I always take my powder brush and just brush over it so that my highlighter is more blended. I'm going to take a little more setting spray just to make sure everything is locked in. I wanted my lashes to be very dark, nice and plump at the bottom, so I'm using my Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara. I'm going to line out my lips with my NYX Suede lip liner. This color is Downtown Beauty. I added my signature beauty mark off camera. I used to have a piercing there and now there's just this little tiny hole. So I just basically turn it into a beauty mark with some brow pencil. And this is our completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I will be posting more videos, so make sure you subscribe.